This is Possibility Storm. This is Sparta! No, but... Okay, so for those of you who may not know the combo, if you have Possibility Storm in play, and you cast a sorcery adventure, say Lovestruck Beast, which is the only sorcery adventure in our deck, what happens is you cast, basically flip cards from the top of your deck until you flip a sorcery. So the only sorcery in our deck is Enter the Infinite, and then Possibility Storm allows you to cast it for free. So we play Enter the Infinite for free, draw our entire deck, put back Borborygmos Enraged, which is the only card in our deck. After Enter the Infinite, we cast an Endless One for 0, cast Borborygmos Enraged for free off of the Possibility Storm, and then fling all of our lands at our opponent. Now, the rest of this deck is essentially just a Gruul mid-range deck. We have Elves, we have Bonecrushers, Fables, Fire Prophecy. The reason you're playing Fire Prophecy as your removal spell of choice is because if you draw one of your combo pieces that you need in your deck for Possibility Storm, namely the Enter the Infinite, then you could put it on the bottom. So that's why we're doing that. Now, Karn is a weird addition to this deck. It's a new addition. I've played Possibility Storm decks in the past that didn't have Karn. But Karn does a couple of things. So first and foremost, Karn is a plan B, right? If you're not able to set up the Possibility Storm combo for whatever reason, if your opponent's disrupting your combo with Thoughtseize and things like that, it's a good plan B. You know, it's a threat in and of itself with things like Chariot and Sky Sovereign. The other really important thing that Karn does in this deck that I didn't notice at first glance, Karn tutors for a sorcery. So it allows you to get Restorative Burst if you don't have a sorcery to go with Possibility Storm. Because then you cast the Restorative Burst, it gets exiled the Possibility Storm, flip into the Infinite, and then you do the same combo from there. So it's kind of cool that Karn is effectively a combo piece. I can't get Possibility Storm, but I can get the other half of the combo. And then it's also just, just the best card at, like, giving you access to all these utility cards. Stone Brain, Damping Sphere, Needle, Crypt. It's a mana source if you need it. It's just, Karn just does everything. And then we have a couple of Chandras here in the sideboard for the grindy matchups. But this deck is super sweet, and I am really excited to get it in. To get in there. Karn for Crypt hits the 8-drop. Oh yeah, that's true too. That's a good point. Karn for Tormod's Crypt, because I was actually wondering, it's good that you brought that up, because I wasn't sure why we had the Cityscape Leveler in this deck, but you can also Karn, get a Tormod's Crypt if you have Possibility Storm, and then you can just get a Cityscape Leveler into play for 0, because that's your only artifact. So that's kind of sick. But yeah, I'm excited. Let's go. I'm way more hyped for this deck. Like, Control is in a weird spot because it creates some checks and balances, but, obviously the gameplay is dog shit. But yeah, I've been working on the Enigmatic Fires deck for a while. I think you'd like it. Well, the thing about Mono Green is when you're dead. Like, the game ends on... I'd much rather play a game that ends on turn 4 than a game that ends on turn... Well, effectively a game that ends on turn 4 that takes until turn 40 to finish, Classic Borborygmos Enraged Gaming. We'll cast it. My goal this league should be to hardcast Borborygmos Enraged. And we could really have the hardcast command. Sign in Blood, take 4. That's right, take 4. I'm gonna keep the Boseiju in hand, but just in case. And I'm playing Lovestruck Beast here. I know it's a little bit worse if they have a removal spell, but playing this is better if they follow up with Shieldred. I guess it's also better if they follow up with Trespasser too, because this trades with Trespasser, and they can't trade with this. Maybe I just Karn here. I don't know what I would Karn for, though. I guess Boat? Yeah, let's just Karn for Boat, actually. I think that's better than playing... Well, what if they Shieldred me? If I play Bonecrusher, it's also not great against Shieldred. Yeah, I'll just get Boat. I mean, the nice thing about Bonecrusher is I think it's better if they don't have Shieldred, because it just presents more pressure, but... If their play is just Murderous Rider, then this is obviously better. Boat emote coming soon, don't worry. How's Hearse versus Shieldred? It's pretty slow against Shieldred, but it is, like, kind of a thing. It takes a while to get going. A card that I've been really impressed with in the Karn sideboards lately is the Mightstone and Weakstone, specifically because it just trades 1-for-1 with Shieldred. So that could be a consideration. It is kind of awkward to have a second 5-drop in your sideboard, because your Karn space is fairly limited at the end of the day. But I think overall I've been pretty impressed with it. And then the games when they don't have Shieldred, you just draw 2 cards. It's still pretty good. Discard Elf. I think I have to keep this in hand with the hopes of drawing Fire Prophecy to shuffle to put it back. I mean, I don't need this Elf. It's insane that Karn's still legal. Karn's really good. I kind of want to get a Chariot, just in case they have, like... the card that I'm playing around is the Sacrifice card. I forget what it's called, but it's like sack a Planeswalker, an enchantment creature, invoke Despair. So that's why I want a minus there. Yeah, Karn's crazy. I don't think I'd be that upset if Karn was banned, but I agree. It is pretty messed up. The card is extremely powerful. Puts a lot of constraints in the format, too. The boat guy is here. I'd love to see it. What's up, boat guy? Maybe they should just ban Sky Sovereign. Is that the answer? Best card in the format right here, ladies and gentlemen. Liliana of the Veil. Okay. Keck by Cat. Think we just go... Okay, I'm going to take a weird line here. I'm going to go Karn, uptick on boat, and then go to combat. And if they have a removal spell for boat, then I can use the boat to crew the Chariot. They're still dead. I haven't got the chance to listen to it yet. I'll have to check it out in a sec. I haven't listened to it yet. I'm not entirely sure yet. Some 6 sections, but I don't know if I'm sold on the tracks entirely. I didn't get a chance to listen to it today. But I'll listen to it tomorrow at work. Mono black, huh? Do we want Chandra or Hearse? Because the rest of... I guess a Braid is another sideboard card that we could bring in. But the rest of this is all Karn targets. Guess we could bring in Chandra. It's not really much that's bad, though. Chandra is also not the best against Shieldred, and it's also pretty bad against Invoke Despair. I'm just going to run it back. Was killing them better than killing Lily? Well, yeah, because they lose the game, right? If you board Karn out versus aggro, the boat targets come in. I don't think I'd bring out Karn. Like, do you want to bring out Karn against Mono White? I think I'd rather still have the Karn for boat line against Mono White. I could have BM'd them. Dude, every time! Literally every opening hand. 100% of the time, you draw Borborygmos Enraged. And I become Enraged. This is just Doomwake and... It's just me and a card, you know? Shit, if they take Borborygmos, I can't combo, right? I mean, I don't think they're going to take Borborygmos, but... They probably have a removal spell, yeah. Makes sense. It's kind of weird, though, to even take the Bonecrusher to begin with, because their deck really doesn't have any X2s. They have, like, Aetherborn and Trespasser and Shieldred, so nothing dies to Bonecrusher. I guess maybe their plan was Liliana, and they wanted to be able to go Liliana minus? I don't know. It's weird. Yeah, that's fair. Oh, okay, I guess that makes more sense. But now I can just Fire Prophecy it, right? I guess we main phase the Fire Prophecy. Put back Borborygmos. We Enraged one. I could save Lovestruck Beast in case I draw Possibility Storm, but I'm still a mana away from it as well, so I just don't think that's worth it. And like you said, I'm probably just gonna, you know, play the fair mid-range game. I don't need to combo them. I guess putting the Borborygmos in the bottom means we can't hardcast it, which sucks. Just don't play Shieldred this turn. What do you think about a Crowan War in this deck? Just for Shieldred. I could see it. Easy peasy. Thank you for the 4 months. Greatly appreciate the support. Do you know why Borborygmos is enraged? Because he played too much Modern. Still mad at the whole Pithing Needle ordeal. Oh no! Dude, oh my god. Please name the Borborygmos the wrong Borborygmos. I'm going to shit if they name the wrong Borborygmos. They're probably just gonna name Karn, but imagine. Dude, imagine the content if they named the... Oh my god. The headlines. Okay, combat. It really would. That would be the best YouTube short of all time. Just imagine. Why did they wait on that? I was thinking about playing the Lovestruck Beast pre-combat, but I'm like, surely they wouldn't wait on the Fatal Push. It's weird. It's very, very strange. Maybe you shouldn't have typed. Yeah, this is all your fault, Johnny. So we can't stomp that because they haven't been up. So let's just go to combat. We can stomp if they tap out, though. Take some mana away from me. Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, why didn't they main phase it? It's just kind of odd. You can drop a Boseiju to blow up the needle. No, but I'm saying why do it in combat instead of on their turn? That's the point that I'm making. Like, I understand once I go to combat, then it's fine. But, like, why wouldn't they just do that on their turn? It's just weird. Alright, well, I guess we're just gonna go upstairs. Proceed. Well, they don't have Shieldred, because I think they would have played Shieldred for certain if they had it. Nope, they have Sorin the Mirthless. So, +1, +1 Bob, -1 make it 2/3. It's a hell of a draw step. I think they double block if I attack Sorin. Let's go to combat. Lorna Shore Immortal. What did I just do? Why did I do that? Chump block. Okay. I think I'm still just putting back the elf. And it's not a bad one. Can make a second vampire. Alright, let's go here. Put the song request in the queue. Let's use my Karn. It's fine. Kind of have to minus the Sorin, right? To have a blocker for the den. Possibility Storm was the first Pioneer deck I was obsessed with. Possibility Storm is so sick. I love that card. I've played it a couple of times for Dono decks before. This is not my first rodeo. Revealed Thoughtseize. Okay. It's gonna fire up Den and shove with everything at them, I think. Combat. I do not care about your Sorin. Any idea why no Wildborn Preserver? Because that's the only way that I can combo through a Shieldred since Wildborn has Flash. So the line that the line that the person that submitted the Dono deck found against Shieldred was if you have Karn, you can Karn for Tormod Script, and then with Possibility Storm, you can Tormod Script into Cityscape Leveler to blow up Shieldred. So that's the out to Shieldred. But I guess it requires you to have Karn and Possibility Storm, but. And it's possible that Wildborn Preserver is just better, but Preserver also requires more mana. But maybe it's worth it. So yeah, because with Wildborn Preserver, you play the Heart's Desire, cast the Enter the Infinite, put the Borborygmos back, and then with all of the shielded triggers on the stack, Wildborn Preserver flash in, get the Borborygmos, and then dome shot them. Which is maybe better? I don't know. It's pretty close. You have If Near Deadlands killing Llanowar Elves. 3, 4, 5. If they trade with Den, they go to 2. But they can't afford to not trade with Den, right? Because if they block a 1/1, they die. So this puts them to 2 when I have three 1/1s in play. They can't downtick the Sorin again. So this is good. This should still be lethal. It really is, yeah. Shieldred is definitely a pain. Graveyard Trespasser, I guess that does do it. It puts them to... Oh, it puts them to 4, actually. It's probably their best draw step for sure. Field If Near Deadlands. They're dead to Stomp. I want to head to Karplusan Forest, though. Might actually lose this game. Didn't think that was going to happen. Needle Borborygmos. Well, I was hoping that they would needle the wrong Borborygmos. Wonder is great. So they go to 6. I take 4, go to 9. It's me to believe they drew a spell. Well, I guess we know they have Thoughtseize in hand, but I'm just going to sack Deadlands. Maybe I'm supposed to blow up the Deadlands main phase. I was thinking about saving it for Needle in case I drew Karn, but got a little punish there. Am I winning this game by going after Sorin? I don't know if I am. But I can't really afford to let them make another 2/3 lifelink, so I think I'm just dead no matter what, is the point that I'm getting at here. Healing Thoughtseize. And then they go to 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I should probably actually kill the Boseiju end step in case I draw Karn. So that I can Karn and still have 3 mana available to play a spell. Nice Thoughtseize. Alright, good card. Good card, please. That is not a good card. I think I leave back 1 blocker just so they can't make a 2/3 with Sorin again. And this doesn't lose to a single removal spell. Okay. When they're at 3, they go to 5 off of Glutton. How many creatures are left, actually? Is there still 2 creatures? There's only 1 creature left. So hypothetically, they can only go to 4. Do I have outs with them at 4? I don't think so. Unless they, like, do something with Sorin. I could draw Bonecrusher Giant as an out, maybe, but they're not going to do that. They honestly probably just make a 2/3 with me at 2. They should. Yeah. Okay. Alright, game 3. Still don't really think I want Chandra against them. It's just, like, so bad against Invoke Despair. I'm all set with that. We'll go with this. I like how we go from Lord Ashore to 21 Savage. Yeah, only 22 lands. We have Fable to filter, along with Awakening and Prophecy. We actually have a pretty good amount of, like, card filtering. We have a lot of stuff to do with our mana, too, like Karn and Lair and Den. We did draw Den that game, but they haven't shown us Shieldred yet, no. But we can kind of assume they have it, right? Dollar Bill, thank you for the Twitch Prime. Appreciate you. Oh, we have red mana with Awakening. Okay, I'll keep this. So we can go turn 1 Elf, turn 2 Heart's Desire, tapped Awakening. Yeah, I would be very, very shocked if they didn't have Shieldred. Probably the best reason to be mono black. I mean, people also played in Rakdos too, but it's like if you're not playing Shieldred, what's the payoff? I guess the payoff is Invoke Despair. Did this song feature tables? Got Surge Tanking in it, it has to feature tables. Oh, right. They just Thoughtseize my red source. Classic. Classic. Deck. Don't ref me, bro. When I came back to Magic this year, Shelly was the first pick that I opened. It's a good one to open. That card's been expensive since release, too. It came in hot, and it stayed hot the entire time. Ah, I drew a red source. Yeah, it's not going down anytime soon, either. So they play Trespasser, I can kill Trespasser. I have to discard a lot of cards, but yeah, it's not going down anytime soon. Swift End, huh? Alright, yep, Elf. Don't play Shieldred, please. I'm asking nicely, do not play Shieldred. I cannot beat it. I can beat that one. I think I'm going to wait on the Fire Prophecy so I can actually loot away a card. Like if I draw a land here. Well, that's certainly the punishment. So I guess I discard Fire Prophecy and then just don't loot the Fable away. But max punishment there. Well, it's not that people misunderstood the... Yeah, people didn't misread the card. It's just... I think a lot of people didn't realize that... of how powerful it actually was, you know? Like, I think a lot of people look at a card like that, and they just kind of assume, oh, 4-drop, that doesn't have any immediate impact, but the reality is it just doesn't die to anything. Like, 5 toughness is so massive. It kind of does have an enter the battlefield effect, where if your opponent doesn't kill it the turn they play it, you at least get your 2 damage out. And it's just like, it's so hard to kill. It's so good. Field of Ruin. Dibble. Ever just, you know, take 4? Alright, let's do it. Alright, your turn. At least we upgraded a land for a dork. I thought about holding the mana dork in case I drew Possibility Storm, so I could try to spike a creature. There's not many good creatures I can even hit, though, so... Oh, yeah, I lose the Fable, too. That sucks. Possibility Storm. Or, you know, basic Forest. That works, too, I guess. My draw steps have been atrocious. Atrocious. It's alright, we're gonna draw Possibility Storm, and then we're gonna cry because we can't... yeah, no, Possibility Storm wouldn't even do it, because they have the Shieldred. The only way we can beat Shieldred with Possibility Storm is if we have Karn, which we don't have access to because they have Needle. So we're honestly kind of just locked out. Okay. The entire match. One lander. I'm gonna ship this. This hand is weird. I think it's a keep. Put back the Borborygmos. It's a really weird hand, but... Do I think Golgari Boats is a fine RCQ choice? I do. I think it's good. Well, thank you, Dollybell. I appreciate it. There wasn't really anything in particular that I didn't like about the deck. I think the 2-drop could be upgraded. Misery Shadow was a little medium. Am I playing Lovestruck on 1? I guess I am. Dude, my mana base with this hand is really awkward. Because if I play Lovestruck on 1, I can't play Fable on 3. The only way I can play Fable on 3 is if I go Awakening into Den, into Green Pathway. Which maybe I just have to do that with this hand. Yeah. So I'm not sold on Misery Shadow. I was considering trying Tenacious Underdog. Even though Underdog doesn't crew Chariot by itself, it still crews Boat. And it's a little bit more... It's, you know, just being a 3-2... Okay, that's not bad. Still kind of want to play the Den here, though. No, I'm going to play Stomping Ground. But yeah, just, like, having more stuff to do with your mana later on is pretty good. Which I guess Shadow does that too, but you can play Scoos. If there's a lot of Greasefang, I think Scoos is fine. Like, I think no matter what, all of the potential cards still die to Bonecrusher Giant, and that's the issue. I wish there was a good 2-drop that didn't die to Bonecrusher. You could play Werewolf Pack Leader, which is what some of the Gruul decks are doing, but I don't like that because you lose Gigantha. But that is a possibility as well. If you're, like, okay with losing Gigantha. Blue-white control, woo! What the fuck? My opponent has cast or played a Thespian Stage in their blue-white control deck. I am confused. Extremely confused. Lotus Field Control. Sounds like it. It's a little interesting. I'll use that word. Usually collect 1 to 3 decks per year. What decks do you think are the best? I have Phoenix right now. I want something to be able to take to an RSQ FNM. Well, what do you want to play? I mean, I think Pioneer is in a great spot right now where you can kind of just play whatever you want. Like Rakdos, Phoenix, Boats, Greasefang, Lotus Field, Blue-White Control, if you want to be that guy. I think all those decks are fine. It really just kind of depends on what you enjoy, what your playstyle is, stuff like that. I have a lot of decks built right now, kind of switching back between them. I like Incarnation a lot too. I think if you're just trying to grind RCQs, Boats might be the best option, either that or Rakdos, but... I mean, yeah, sure, Mono Green too, but a lot of people don't like Mono Green. Alright, combat. Play the 1-3 that stifles triggered abilities, try to go over the top of 5-minute TF. Yeah, that's fair. Wonder if they have, like, discontinuity too. Exactly, yeah, just enjoy what you play. As long as you're having a good time, that's all that matters. What's the best budget-ish deck I've played? Depends on what your budget is, right? Let me just stomp them real quick. Maybe I'm supposed to just fire up Den there. This plays a little bit worse into Verdict, but if they have Verdict, I have Den plus Lair, so I don't really care. So I mean, if we just go to Goldfish, take a look at some decks, sort them by price. So within that range, I mean, Lotus Field is about 250. Humans is about 200. Spirits is 150. That's probably the best one. Spirits is great. Alright, you're dead. Edge. Creativity's 450. That's too expensive. Dead! Attack you! Just scoop! Mono red's about 250. What else we got? Oh, you know what the best answer is? Almost certainly Heroic. Because Heroic, I think, has, of those decks, probably has the best mono green matchup. Atarka Red, another good one. It's a little less than 200. So I would say Spirits, Atarka Red, and Heroic. Those are probably my three choices for budget decks. Those are all around a little under 200, I would say. So it's maybe a little bit out of your budget, but maybe you already have some of the cards in the deck. Alright, so blue-white control. Let's cut the Prophecies. Let's add Shandi's. What else do you add when you cut the Fire Prophecies against control? Because I don't really see anything else that I would... Maybe the Hearses, I guess? Just as, like, a threat that doesn't die to Wrath. Could be okay if they have Deluge. I mean, it's better than Fire Prophecy, which has no text. So, see, realistically, Fezzik, how expensive are the Snowlands? I'm gonna ship this. Get the Gruul event deck. What's the Gruul event deck? I did not know there was a Gruul event deck. What's the best way to practice Phoenix besides FNM? Without Moto? I mean, it's kind of tough past that, right? It's really just like, do you have a local play group you can test with? Like, you know what I mean? Yeah, I guess Cockatrice. Co-Diamonds, thank you for the raid, buddy. Hope you had a good stream. Welcome everybody from Diamond Stream. You know what song I want to hear now? Now that we got raided by Co-Diamonds? A song I haven't heard in a long time. But it's a banger, I promise. Love this song. The Co-Diamonds theme song. Alright, turn 3, Possibility Storm, Joling. Current song's also a banger. This one's better, though. Never heard this song before. It's good. For no reason. Alright, I'm gonna cast Possibility Storm. I don't know that they can beat this. We're gonna find out. This card's really good against them. They could just have Otawara, I guess. Time saw me dancing. What's the Gruul event deck? At least a couple of event decks last year that acted as starters. I forget what they call them. There was a Gruul deck, though? I don't remember there being a Gruul deck. The best card with Possibility Storm, but then you can't combo with it. I think we should Endless for 0. What'd they hit? They hit Doomscar, Keck W. I guess they get to kill the elves that way, but... Well, the problem with Endless for 0 is, don't we... Oh, well... or they could just die! I was gonna say we lose the combo potential, but what if instead they just lost the game? You think of that. Ever just deal your opponent lethal damage? That was nice. That was clip-worthy. Time saw me dancing. That was a good draw. I gotta screenshot this for Twitter, hold on. Just this right here. Just that. To make trust 50 cards with Enter the Infinite. Oh, man. I know. Well, I mean, again, as we talked about, Karn is effectively another copy of a sorcery. It's slower, but Karn is a combo piece. Like, the point of this deck is you're trying to lean way more into the mid-range plan than you are the combo plan. I thought about playing Rosethorn Acolyte, but I guess maybe you could just play Rosethorn over... I don't know. You could just cut, like... I don't know what you cut for Rosethorn. I have 50 cards in my hand. I have enough lands. You are dead. Alright, you're gonna let me do it? I'm gonna hold control then. If you're gonna let me do it, I'm gonna hold control. Oh, now you want to scoop, huh? You don't want to let me get my screenshot. I read. It kind of speaks for itself. This hand's kind of sketchy, right? It's like double Karn's pretty awkward. I want to try it though. Why is Drake... Why do you have to involve Drake with it? Like, what did Drake do? This isn't Drake's fault. Well, so, it's funny you mentioned that, TP, because there is a way to play around Shieldred. We are not playing it in our deck, but if you have Wildborn Preserver, what you can do is you can play Enter the Infinite, put all of the triggers on all of the shielded triggers on the stack as long as you have 2 mana left over. Because the Enter the Infinite finishes resolving, so you go cast Enter, put the Borborygmos back, and then all of the triggers on the stack, you play Wildborn Preserver, and then put the Borborygmos in play before the shielded triggers resolve. So you could do that. Like, there is a way to beat Shieldred, and you only have to put 1 card in your deck. Which we're not doing, which maybe we should be doing, but... I think we're gonna get Ranch this game. A Bushwhacker. Take 4. Play Lovestruck. Hey, it's Ragavan. Get this card out of my format. I thought Ragavan was not legal in Pioneer. What is happening? I came here to avoid the Monkey Menace, but it's simply just unavoidable. It's literally everywhere. I mean, I'll play a 5/5, I guess. I don't think it's good enough, but... Double Rimrock Knight, huh? The Rim Job Knight. 2 of them? That's so many. Alright. We're going beatdowns. Now they have Bushwhacker. Nope. More Rim Jobs. -1. I kind of want to save the Lovestruck Beast, because I think my... Maybe I can't afford to, though. I probably can't afford to. I was thinking that the only way I can win this game is comboing, but... We may just have to forego comboing. I'm not sure that this is even a good plan. Could attack. Shouldn't attack, but I could. Okay. Oh, well, they have a Tarkus command. I am dead, actually. I mean, it's completely irrelevant how I block, but... 2, 3, 4, 7, 10. 10 damage. Edge. Okay, so... This is kind of where I get lost. Be even sideboard in this matchup? Because I know that, Abomination, you had suggested cutting Karns, but what would you even want to bring in if you cut Karn? Because I kind of agree with you. The Karn might be a little bit too slow against them. So I guess we could board in a Braid, Chariot, Sky Sovereign, and... Braid, Chariot, Sky Sovereign, Haywire Mite, maybe? I mean, on the play, Karn's probably fine. We can trim 1 for it a Braid, but I'm going to keep the rest of them on the play. What's up, Jess Guy? How you doing? I think on the draw, I'll try cutting Karn, but on the play, I think it's okay. Alright, I'm not going to turn 2 Fable. Although, really hope this elf doesn't die. Bring in the Archer. Oh yeah, the Archer would be better. Yeah, sure. Can't wait for this week to be over. You and me both. It's been a rough one at work this week. Super duper busy. Okay, that's not good. Shock to hold up Bonecrusher Giant, or we can do that instead. I think that's better, because if I hold up Bonecrusher and they just play Karizev, it's kind of bad. Not looking forward to it, yeah. Could discard Borborygmos versus them. Can we? Well, they're not really mono red. They're Atarka red. Well, can I even Bonecrusher this turn? If they play a prowess creature, I can't even kill it. But I think being more mana efficient with the Bonecrusher in hopes that they maybe play 2 creatures this turn and I can kill the second one probably gets me a little bit farther, you know, progresses me a little bit farther. But it's kind of bad either way. Okay, at least we got to kill something. I have to use my mana here. It's certainly not the best Bonecrusher target, but land. Possibility Storm also works. So I think my only way out is saving the Lovestruck and trying to combo kill them, given how far behind I am. Like, making a 1/1 here just doesn't accomplish anything. Maybe if I draw back-to-back lands and they have nothing else, then I can win, but... Yeah. Can, like, draw land, try to trade Fable for this thing. I did choose to not draw lands, yeah. It's unfortunate the round 1 we lost, we got flooded. Then this match we're getting screwed. It is what it is, it's Magic. Nothing you can do about it. How did Inverter play? We went 2-3. I mean, it was fine. It was a deck. It wasn't, like, terrible or anything. What it'll take for me to get to play Modern again? There's your answer. Unbanned Dig Through Time. What would I play if Dig Through Time was unbanned? Probably not Inverter. Kekruga the Macro Sage has entered the revealed card zone. Nice thing about Kekruga is they don't have removal spells on turn 1, so... How good would Snapcaster be in Pioneer? I think it'd be very good. Like, you think Control's good now? Imagine Control with Snapcaster Mage. Alright, I'm actually considering Fire Prophecying my own Elvish Mystic and binning the Bonecrusher to try and dig for a Lovestruck Beast. Is Pio Control good? It's very good. It's very, very good. The question is, I'm going to kill my own elf. The question is, do I stomp and play a 4/3, or do I Fire Prophecy, ship the Bonecrusher, and just look for combo pieces? I guess I could also ship the Karn. This is close. Must be a bunch of big brain players, yeah. Yeah, I love it when my Pioneer Control opponent, like, tanks for a minute, and then just like, yeah, I'll counter your Karn or whatever, you know. I think I want to cast Prophecy and put back the Karn? Yeah, but what do I put back, though? Do I put back the Karn, and then if I can just play Bonecrusher next turn? If I don't find Fable or something? Karn is technically a combo piece, right? It can get the thing, the Pestilent Cauldron, so it gets me a Sorcery for Possibility Storm. Karn's also just probably higher upside, right? Or we could draw a Cityscape Leveler. Oh, man. Like, I understand why it's in the deck, but it's just so funny when you draw it. I think we can safely discard that one. Temporary Lockdown. Ditch Leveler, ditch Karn. Aw. I think... like Karn here, what am I getting? I kind of just want to play Den. I don't know if that's good, but I think I'm going to play Den here. No idea if that's right. Would you say is an easy deck to pick up in Pioneer? No disrespect for players those decks, but working on Thesis all day makes it difficult to play complex decks at night. Easiest answer is probably Mono White. I think that's probably the easiest deck in the format. Yeah, Boats is good too. Boats is a good one. Alright, let's jam. Let's see what happens. It's kind of funny because if they cast Binding, they could flip into another Fires. Oh, wait. Dude, Possibility Storm is really good against Fires. Holy shit. Because they only get to cast one spell a turn. I didn't even think about that. So this hits Kenrith? It's a pretty good one to hit. Funny, because they can actually reanimate the... oh, no, the Omnath gets exiled. Right, okay. Yeah, probably Boats or Mono White. Ton of sequencing nuance. Yeah, that's fair. I mean, in general, if you have Hopeful Initiate, you always play that on turn 1. That's your best 1-drop. Like, over any 2-power creature, I'd always lead on Initiate in almost every hand. But, yeah, past that, there's some, like, you know, things to think about sequencing with, like, Lieutenant and stuff. No, that doesn't work the way that you want it to. It puts the creature from a graveyard under its owner's control. So they can reanimate the Leveler, but it's not going to work out the way they want it to. Oh, sure. Maybe they don't know. Alright, give the Kenrith haste. I think I should probably just trade for the... oh, no, I can't, because they have green mana. Yeah, I can't trade for the token. I might actually lose to this Kenrith. Alright, take it, I think. It also really sucks that we drew the Cityscape Leveler, because if I had the Leveler in my deck, what I could have done was Karn for Needle, or just any other artifact, and then just put the Leveler on the stack to kill the Kenrith, but because I drew the Leveler, I can't do that, which is extremely awkward. God, that's so bad. That is really bad for me. Yeah, if the Leveler was in my deck, I think I'd win this game, because I could just go Karn, get Needle or Crypt. I guess it would be Crypt. play Crypt, cast Leveler, Leveler kill Kenrith, but I can't do that because I drew the fucking Leveler. So how do I survive? How do I survive? Pretty hard to survive against the Kenrith. Needle Ken. If I cast Needle, there's a possibility Storm in play. I can't resolve Needle. I would love to, but I can't do that. Karn Sniper to kill the token, but I have to shock to do that. So if I Karn Sniper kill the token, I go to 9, and they have 9 plus 2 activations. They just have me dead on board if I do that. I think my only way to survive is Karn, down tick for Haywire Mite, and hope that I hit a large enough toughness creature to soak up trample damage, and then Karn for the sorcery next turn. I think that's my only way out. Yeah, so we go Karn, down tick. If I don't have more artifacts, what happens? It just gets exiled, right? Yeah, because the spell gets exiled regardless. So I have to get Haywire Mite and hope to hit a big creature. It's my only out, I think. Might be big enough. I can Stomp. Does that do anything? So I guess, paying 2 life for the reflection is good, because I'm paying 2 life to prevent 3 damage. So we can go Shock, and then in my own end step, copy the Bonecrusher to player on Binding. Yeah. And then I have 2, 3 toughness blockers, so they have 5, 9, 11. Oh, they can just haste the Fable. Haste, copy, 9, 15. Yeah, I'm just dead. I'm just dead. Damn it. So close. Needed one more turn. They hit Omnath. Oh, they also hit Omnath off of that. Yeah, we're super dead. Alright. Game 2. That was a close one. But yeah, that I would have won that game if I just didn't draw the Leveler. Because then I just go Tormod's Crypt, get Leveler, kill Kenrith, and then that buys me the turn that I need to then next turn Karn for Pestilent Cauldron and just kill them with the Restorative Burst. But, oh well. I don't really think I want any of these cards. Chandra seems too slow, Hearst doesn't do anything, so I'm just going to run it back. I mean, this deck doesn't do a ton of sideboarding, as it is a Karn deck. Spike, I played Modern last league. I'm good. Keep this. It's not awful. Not great, but again, them not having 1-mana removal spells for Elf is really nice. So I get to guarantee play this Fable. And if we draw a land, we can actually play turn 3 Possibility Storm, which is this is the dream. Unless they have a removal spell here, which they probably do. Yeah. Oh my god. Now I have to keep the stupid Fire Prophecy. It's just not my day. It's just not my day. Oddly enough, I kind of don't want to attack. Which means I probably should have just tapped this to play the Elf, but I don't want to attack, so if they have a removal spell, I can kill my own Elf in response to put the End to the Infinite back. Yeah. Sure, they probably just have, like, Fires plus the nuts. It is what it is. Yeah. Oh well, we tried. We done tried. Just not a lot I can do about it. Seems fine. It's not the best, but it's got a curve. Go like Lovestruck Beast on 1, maybe kill an Elf on 2, play Fable on 3, discard Leveler. Let's go beatdowns. Yeah, exactly. In the Modern League, I had 1 Swamp in my deck that I just drew every game, and constantly had, counter spells that I just couldn't cast. It's just how it goes sometimes. All you can really do is laugh and move on, though, you know? That is the variance of Magic. I feel like this matchup is good, but I'm not positive. I guess we're probably a little bit too slow this game. Whoa. Courser of Crewfix. What the? Oh, okay, they're doing some really big stuff. I see, I'm with you. Huh. So I potentially have 5 mana. Well, no, because I don't want to attack the Shaman token into the Courser. So I think what I want to do with the trigger on the stack is actually cast the Fire Prophecy now. So if I draw a blank after bottoming the Leveler, I guess. You know, I can just discard both lands. Right? Maybe I need to keep a land. Maybe I just discard Lair. And then I can go attack, play second Fable. Like, pretty greedy to discard both if I don't find a land. Let's just discard the Lair. Well, punished, I guess. I should have attacked with the other human, too. Because after showing them Prophecy, they're less likely to block at all if I attack with both. But this attack looks more like I'm just trying to get the treasure than anything else. So I think they're more likely to block. Yeah, if I attack with just this. So maybe I should have attacked with both. Not sure that they would have not blocked if I attack with both, but because maybe they're just okay with making that exchange. At least we got to do the one. Holy shit! There's a Dragon Lord Atarka. Bunka S. Chat, I am in danger. Okay, now I kind of want to discard both. Okay, that's good. That is good. So we go to combat, and then we just slam the Possibility Storm. They are dead if we draw Lovestruck Beast. Oh, why did I attack? I had the land. I should not have attacked. For some reason, I thought I needed the land, but I guess I could just hold the land for now. Probably fine to attack. I don't think it changes that much. I mean, I lose a 2-2. The 2-2 doesn't matter too much. Guess this is bad if they have Boseiju. How does Courser work with these? Can they play these off the top of their deck? How does that work with Courser? I honestly don't know. It says you may play lands from the top of your library. They can't, right? Yeah, they can't play these. I don't think. I've never actually seen that come up before. That's kind of funny. And we know they have Cav in hand too, which is like pretty hilarious if they don't have a land in hand because they can't play the Cav. Whereas if that was any other land, it would have been fine for them. That's pretty funny. When keeping it real goes wrong. Don't forget about the Atarka that's in their hand too. Simply, we'll just draw Lovestruck Beast. Man, I'm going back to these PT Philly decks. Got me reminiscent. I want to see, can I find, like, okay, Pro Tour, Phila. I want to find past the top 8. Magic the Gathering, Pro Tour Philadelphia. Because we have top 8 decks, but I want to find top, like, 50 decks or whatever. History, Event Archive, here we go. What year was it? 2011, I think? There we go. Pro Tour Philadelphia. Come on, really? Really? So, Heart's Desire is the only sorcery in our main deck. We're not playing Rosethorn Acolyte, but we can Karn for Possibility Storm. That's something that we can do. Oh. Oh my god, dude. This is just not my day. It's really just not my day. I think it's time for a break. It's been one of those days, you know? One of those days where everything that can go wrong will go wrong. I feel like I've had those days a lot, you know? But you know what makes it all worth it? I'm here with chat. Each and every one of you. Thank you for being here. Appreciate you tuning in. I love doing this. You know, streaming is about moments like this. Right? This is, as funny as it is, like I'm getting just blasted this game, it's still good content. It's, at the end of the day, it's pretty hilarious. They're also still just dead if I draw Lovestruck Beast. So we could just do that. How'd they cast Emrakul? There's a Possibility Storm in play. So Possibility Storm says whenever a player casts a spell, they exile it and exile cards from the top of their library until they exile a card that shares a card type with it. So they cast a Llanowar Elf, and they hit an Emrakul off of the Possibility Storm. Exactly, you know. Alright, we'll simply just draw Lovestruck Beast. Everything will be fine. Emrakul? Whatever, it's fine. I got that covered. Ugin the Spirit Dragon. That one we don't have covered. Alright, give me a Lovestruck Beast. Close. Not quite. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, if they have a land, they can Ugin me. I'm trying to think. Well, they may not have a land. We're basically dead to a land, right? Oh, right, because the Ugin is the Possibility Storm. Yeah, sure. Can find it. No, this is only instants. It doesn't work. Enter the Infinite is not an instant. It's sorcery. So I think I play Bonecrusher Giant from Exile? Because I can survive. Then I can just copy the Bonecrusher to block the coursers. All your instants will draw a card. Oh, I could have... Yeah, that's true. I could have done this. Oh, right. I could have done this and tried to hit love... Yeah. I should have went cast this into Fire Prophecy and then just get rid of this and give me one more look at Lovestruck Beast. Yeah, that would have been better. What's up, KBG? You know what happens. I'm having a good time, though. I'm having fun. That's all that matters. Magic is not about winning. Records don't matter. Content is way more important. Alright, let's see what they hit. They revealed another Ugin the Spirit Dragon. Okay, well, we can't beat that. They just -5. Alright, game 2. Sounds like you when you play Lantern. Yeah. So, red, green, big. Probably just gonna run it back. I definitely don't want Chandra. Too slow. Hearst does nothing. Could bring in a Braid, I guess, but Ugin's good. I think one thing that would go a long way to making this deck a little bit better is adding Rosethorn Acolyte, so you just have more combo pieces with Possibility Storm. Because I think that's one thing I've noticed, is just I've ran into a lot of spots where I've had Possibility Storm and just not a sorcery. So I think Bonecrusher Giant, while just being a good card, is maybe just not where this deck wants to be. You could also consider cutting Fable, but Fable digs closer to your combo. But I think if I were to play this again, I would probably cut the Bonecrushers and just play Rosethorn Acolytes. I think I would just cut Bonecrusher. Can run some modal double-faced cards. Modal double-faced cards. Is the back half of that a sorcery? Well, I like Rosethorn because it only costs 1 mana. It's way more mana efficient. 2 mana, sorcery. Discard a card, draw a card, but you discard instant sorcery this way, deals damage to that card's creature or planeswalker you don't control. I mean, that one's not bad. The Flamethrower Sonata. That card's not awful. I mean, that one's a removal spell. What's the other one? Oh, it's the same one. Okay. Yeah, that card's not unplayable. I don't think it's terrible. No, we're not playing any learned cards. That, I guess, could be a thing you could do. Is there a creature that learns? Good draw. I think I'm actually going to play Fable instead of Fire Prophecy. Karn is instead of Learn. The thing about Karn is it's a lot slower. Because you have to play Karn on 4, then... I guess it's the same thing, probably. Oh. We actually have the turn 3 Possibility Storm. They have a Golos on top? I mean, casting turn 3 Possibility Storm is a little sketchy against them, right? We just YOLO. Because if I cast Possibility Storm, they could just find an Emrakul or an Atarka. We could probably beat an Atarka. We can't beat an Emrakul, I think. I mean, I didn't come here not to jam, right? I didn't come here not to jam. Yeah, I agree. Fuck it, YOLO. I mean, it's not the best against the deck that has Emrakul the Promised End, right? But, you know, we didn't come here not to cast this card. Just play Thayer with Karn for a bit. If I play Karn, I'm getting the artifact for sure. Alright, Cav is beatable. Because I need the artifact to be able to combo off with Peace Storm the turn after. Could beat a Cultivate. Yeah, the Karn is the only Planeswalker in our deck, so if we play Karn off Possibility Storm, we're guaranteed to hit Karn. I think we just have to dodge for one more turn and we're chilling. Yep, go to 17. Well, we could also just draw Lovestruck Beast and they're dead. So we just go... Land... Karn... Exile, play Karn... Done this together... Leveler them? I guess I could just leveler them this turn, and the next turn still have the option of getting the sorcery. It's probably fine, right? Yeah, because the Karn will still be at 3, and I could just kill the Cav. Well, this destroys, right? Does it destroy or exile? I forget. Hold on, let me go back. Card, Cityscape. No, you'll see in a second, Kebby. Destroys. It's probably still fine, though. Why hit Cav anyway? I guess I could blow up the Courser. And then just block the Cav. It's probably fine, too. Yeah, alright. I'm with it. Yeah, that's why, the Cauldron wins, right? We don't need to get the Cauldron this turn, though. We could just leveler them now. Yeah, I'm gonna blow up the Courser, I think. We're just chilling for now. They also can't activate the Power Stone, so giving them the power... Oh, I could have blown up Elf, actually. Because it's just, yeah, it's 1 less mana. Alright, I'm glad that the Leveler came up. Because I wasn't sure how good it was. So I'm very, very happy that it did come up. They hit... Cast Golos? How about you get a Llanowar Elves instead? Copy Leveler. I can do it next turn. I'm just going to kill them. They're just dead. I can get Pestilent Cauldron. Pestilent Cauldron is lethal. That is the one good thing about Karn, is that it gets a sorcery for your combo. And I do enjoy that quite a bit. Restorative Burst for nothing. Enter the Infinite. It's almost like I hit that one every time. Alright, where's the Borborygmos? How enraged is he? He's pretty enraged. Yeah, this is what they call poggers. I will cast Borborygmos Enraged. What say you? Alright, I'm gonna kill your elves first because you're not scooping. Alright, I can still kill you now. One card left in the deck. It's an endless one. I think it's an endless one. I could have also still copied the Leveler, but we're doing things. I will say, this deck is fun as shit. When you get to do the thing, it feels so good. But we just need to figure out a better way to do the thing more consistently. Sank. I hate that YouTube doesn't let you listen to music while you play. Yeah, I know, it's really frustrating. Everything gets copyrighted. I mean, it's nice that we get to listen to it in the live stream, you know? At least be thankful for that. Because I remember when the DMCA thing was getting big, people were all about that shit, you know? Just, nobody was playing music around that time. So at least, you know, be thankful that it's kind of calmed down a little bit. Classic, Borborygmos in literally every opening hand. Just cannot find an opening 7 without good old Bobby Roberto. I mulligan to 6. I kind of want to keep this, but it doesn't have a Peace Storm. It's probably a mulligan. Like, maybe if the second Karn was a Fable, and I would have Elf into Fable I could keep, but... Okay, this is better. This hand's insane. Jesus Christ. It's like the best hand this deck could have. Yeah, I think I'm going to keep this one. Yeah, okay. It's definitely different without the music. Yeah, mostly because I like hum and sing a lot, you know. Sylvan Gariatid. Brewed pretty hard in Peace Storm shells. The Gruul mid-range unfortunately felt the strongest. White with Lantern. White with Lantern was slight promising. Yeah, I like the fact that you're just kind of like a mid-range deck, you know. That's the thing that appeals most to me about this version, is you just get to do the mid-range thing. I might also not play Possibility Storm next turn, because I don't want to give them the opportunity of just casting a, you know, fucking Emrakul or whatever, because I have land also, so I just have everything rolled up. So I can just go attack now to guarantee the treasure. I guess holding is bad if they have like somebody to blow up the treasure or a way to kill Elf, but I think holding is good. Yeah, I'm just gonna hold. Did you like this in a tournament and got top 8? I mean, yeah, if you draw like this every game where you just have turn 4 kills, you know, it's pretty nice to have turn 4 kills. Yeah, so the worst they can do for us is what, cast like Golos or Cav. It's like they're casting Cav. Yeah, you're dead. Alright, well, we got 2 wins out of this, which is pretty nice. They even hit the Boseiju too, which would have blown us out, but they can't hold it up. That is what she said. Heart's Desire. Classic 50 play points. Some get a misclick. Alright, where's Bob? Where you at, Bob? We found Bob. Hi, Bob. You're dead. Well, that was cool. End with a nice little turn 4 kill. Love to see that. Best possible draw, no big deal. Alright, that wasn't bad. Ended on a nice little note. You know, I feel like that league could have gone a lot better had some of those draws been, you know, a little bit different. Round 1 got mana, like the 3 losses that we had, right? Round 1 we got mana flooded. Round 2 we got mana screwed, and I think both of the keeps were fine in those matches. And then that round 4 was so frustrating because if we had not drawn the 1 Cityscape Leveler, we had the line to Karn for Tormod's Crypt, get Leveler, kill their Kenrith, and we would have bought the turn we needed to combo off the turn after. So just like, you know, and that's going to happen when you play a deck like this. You're going to draw your one of sometimes. Like, you know, there's a couple spots where we drew Enter the Infinite and we couldn't combo, or we had to like wait until we Fire Prophecy to back in. And, you know, you just kind of live with that at those times. But overall, I kind of like this. And this, I think, is a good shell. It's a promising shell. Karn was decent. Like the Karn sideboard plan came up a couple of times where we got Sky Sovereign. It was decent a couple spots. But I don't know, maybe overall it maybe is just better to play Rosethorn Acolyte in that spot, just to give you more sorceries and more cheaper sorceries. But Karn for Tormod's Crypt for Leveler is kind of a gas line, and that you lose that line with when you're not playing Karn. So something to consider as well. What's the kill if they counter Borbor?